Bienvenidos and welcome friends, my name is Crossbite, and today we're going to do a video that's a little bit different, a little bit strange. I want to kind of review why I have disappeared for the past few months, why I have not been making tutorials, what's going on with me now, and what the future holds for me going forward. So to start off, obviously I have a new look. I am not the Crossbite that you may remember. My new look is obviously very cel-shaded, very inspired by 80s and 90s anime, and that is because I started taking commissions. I started working with cel shading quite a bit, and it's a design choice that I really wanted to adopt myself. On top of that, I also wanted to kind of show what can be done with Theroid models, getting all of the default textures out and that sort of thing, because I still want the beginners to know that you can do a whole lot with the Theroid models, and those who have been scared to get into it because Theroid Studio kind of has a stigma around what it outputs, kind of wanted to squash that a little bit. So that's the reasoning behind the design change, and that's why I look like this for you guys today. While that was also going on, I had a bit of a mental health journey, and things were not great for me. Most of that was not VTubing related, but a little bit is, and I'll explain what those items were. So back in about mid-August, VRChat updated to use Unity 2019, and just as they released that update, I was about to release a video for how to import your Theroid model into the 2018 version for VRChat, and unfortunately that just became obsolete when they updated 2019. The process is different, none of it worked. So I had spent my 24 hours of time in VRChat. I learned all the functionality of how to load my model in and get it functioning and working correctly, and worked out all the bugs, and all of that was kind of for nothing. So I had to scrap that video, and that was many hours of work to do that. So around that same time in August, both Suvi and PHIA created tutorials around utilizing 2019, and I figured they are a little more experienced with the VRChat side of things, so go see their videos if that's something that you're interested in. So then in September, I made my heart rate monitor tutorial because I wanted to kind of focus away from the software side of things and dip into the hardware things a little bit. I was also getting into horror streaming at that point, so that really kind of got me into utilizing the heart rate monitor, knowing all the ins and outs, and then sharing that information. So that was my last video up until this video. In October, Theroid Studio released their stable version, which made many beta tutorials obsolete. Not all of them. Some of the processes are similar, you could probably figure them out, but everything that I had been working on was better off being scrapped. So not only did I have to scrap my VRChat video, I had to scrap all of my Theroid tutorials because the stable version actually made things a lot easier for users, which I think is a great thing. Unfortunately, those of us who were very invested in the beta kind of got hurt by that. Especially those of us who are making tutorials. It really made a lot of our things obsolete. It made them easier in a lot of cases, so the tutorials aren't even necessary in some cases. So things like accessories, you don't have to make out of hair and go through all these elaborate processes. You can add things like glasses and animal ears right in the software without any extra fanciness. So that was kind of a setback as well. That's why there hasn't been any videos on Theroid either. So where does that put us now? Well, going forward, I will be focusing more on Theroid. It will be focused around the stable version. If you guys do have questions about the beta version, I would still be happy to answer them and assist whenever I can. But the main focus will be on the stable version. And anything that gets added to that with updates, I'd also like to report on. I'm also going to dip into Blender just a little bit because there are some very easy things you can do in Blender to greatly improve your models. So I do want to touch on those. I will not be going very deep into Blender, so if you're very intimidated by 3D modeling software and things like that, Don't worry, I'm going to keep it very basic, very simple. So if you want to make your models just that much better, feel free to stick around and watch those videos. That's about all there is going on right now. I have been very active over on Twitter. I have been streaming on Twitch every Monday and Tuesday night, so if you're into spooky games, horror games, or anything with kind of a dark atmosphere, that's what I'm playing. Feel free to stop over, follow me over on Twitch, and catch me on Monday and Tuesday nights. If you've stuck around through this whole rant and update, I appreciate you. I hope that you're subscribed. If you're not, please do. Definitely stick around for all the Theroid stuff that's coming. I'll still be touching on Unity stuff when it's necessary. I'll be dipping into Blender just a little bit for you guys. I may touch on VRChat, but I will probably leave that to the experts, as I said earlier. So I hope you all are doing well, and I'll catch you next time.